Hey folks, so I had a dummy moment. I thought this was all smoke. It didn't occur to me that we're creating clouds right now. Fog. Which makes sense. Smoke, moisture. Excuse me. I'm outside so I can burp like that. Inside? No. Gotta have some decorum. Which brings me to my next point, or at least what this video is about. Let me tell you something about me. So, I'm a man with MS, multiple sclerosis. And where all my lesions are on my brain, they're between the two hemispheres, which is not where you want them to be. I mean, there's a few on the outside, but it's hereditary. My grandmother shows signs, my mother had it, my sister might have it. Top it off, I have Lynch syndrome, on top of being autistic. Which, by the way, autistic people, because we analyze everything, we are hypochondriacs to the core. Like, we just have to ignore so much not to be hypochondriacs. And that's what I'm doing. Because this stuff stays on my head all the time. 24/7. Which is not good if you're trying to live a positive life. And I struggle to make people laugh every day. See, back in the day, I was a sociopath. Like, all kids are sociopaths. They think about me, my. Okay, that's a sociopath. Somebody who doesn't have empathy for another person. I viewed other people the same way I viewed animals. And then I became a teenager. And no, I'm not joking about that. There we go. So, all children are autists. Or I'm sorry, all children are sociopaths. Okay? When you come out the womb, you don't care if mommy and daddy need sleep. You just want milk. You want that good stuff, baby. So, fun fact too, colicky babies. Autistic children, we have more sensory input, okay? That's why you'll find a lot of adults that are autists are sex addicts. True story. And that's because we feel more. Because of Lynch syndrome, I have to get an annual colonoscopy. That sucks. The procedure doesn't bother me. But the juice that they give you beforehand, I mean, it tastes so horrible. And every time you think you're safe to get off the pot, no. you're so not. Like, make sure you have a shower nearby. Didn't happen to me, but it could have. Like, it almost did. But Lynch syndrome means eventually one day I'm going to fart and die. And then MS means I'm not going to remember it. Basically. But trying to be positive all the time is difficult, especially as an autist. Okay, so being autistic, we like to be alone. That's where the word comes from. Because our kind, my kind, we date back thousands of years, okay? Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Mozart, Beethoven, all of them. They were on the spectrum, which, believe it or not, all of you are too, but you're on a different side of the spectrum than me, for the most part. And if you're a fellow autist, hi. And you know, it's when you are so critical in life, when you analyze everything, it wears you down. This entire week, I've tried to make every call I had within the state a pleasant call. I tried to make people happy. But by Friday, I was so drained last night. And a buddy of mine, a coworker, he was drained too. So just like, dude, let's go get drinks. Like, let's do it. And then I got the popcorn chicken. He got the quesadillas. I had a double Jack and Coke. And I swear to, I think that bartender liked me. Because that was a strong drink. It was like, whoa. Like, seriously, after that I got a martini because I'm upscale. I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm upscale. And I will wear the hell out of a suit. But I also have PTSD. It's part of the reason why I am a director for the VVA, the Victory for Veterans Alliance. I know what PTSD does. When I came back home, and no, I wasn't deployed at war, at least not the kind of war that you would recognize. Try hustling in multiple states. Legit hustling, but at the same time, you make some enemies. And you run into some weird ass people. Holy God. I ran into some weird people. And they're wealthy enough that they can afford to be weird. Like this one guy had an AK-47 and about $2 million worth of jewelry in a safe. So he was a jewelry dealer. No, man had a bunch of guns. And he was the least stable person I've known for a long time. But that's okay. To each their own. Being autistic, well, I'll say this, MS has made my week very difficult. Because sometimes you'll be walking around and you'll get what's called brain fog, where you're doing something, you might be in the middle of work, and then you completely forget what you were doing. For an intellect, that's freaking scary, but at the same time, you deal with the cards you're dealt. And you can be negative about it, which literally brings down your immune system and impairs your judgment. Or you could be happy, which releases dopamine, which makes people more friendly to you, makes people like you a little bit more. What the day gives us depends on the day. What we do with it depends on us. And one thing I live by since I was 16, apparently I wasn't the first person to think this up, but I was the first person that I heard it from. Don't limit me to your limitations. You're going to run into a lot of people. They're going to say, oh, you're less. Okay? You already know it. Like, we all know it. And there are people that are going to say you're less all the time. Why listen? I've had people tell me, you're weird. You're odd. I've had people try to fight me. It's the reason I became thuggish at one point. Like, what? People are small-minded. Remember that. You might be one of those people. Get over it. Because you deal with me, you're going to get it. One thing I found about other autists, functional autists, we can be mean as hell. We could be so mean. It's not even funny how mean we can be. We could say 2 sentences and you will remember those sentences for life. I've done it and I'm not proud of it. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I love being an entrepreneur. I love working business. I love working angles. I love building things. Plus, I'm a lifelong gamer. Here's one fact. If you play every genre of video game enthusiastically and you beat the games, you are ready for business. Not joking. Now, most people are like, wait, fighting games don't do that. I said every genre, all right? Get over that Fortnite bullcrap. The game's doodle, man. It's doodle. No, it's really glitchy though, like horribly glitchy. So when you have RTS, so real-time strategy, like Counter-Strike, or not Counter-Strike, Red Alert. Ugh. Oh, Command and Conquer. That's why I was confusing the C's, which is also part of being autistic. Is we do. Trying to think of a less technical term. We correlate. So basically, we see a tree, and we can think of all the different types of genus of that tree. all the different species, all that good stuff. We're nerds. We're built that way. We are built naturally intelligent. If you look up Ashkenazi Jews, Ashkan, Ashkenazi. So ASH, oh gosh, see that brain fog. So Ashkenazi Jews, okay? Ashkanazi. You see, that's what happens to me at work all the time. Like I'm just going about my day, trying to figure something out, trying to think of something, and the brain just shuts down. That's what it's like to have MS, among many other things. I went blind in 2/3 of my right eye for a week. And I went through incredible pain. I ended up with MS-induced sciatica. Now, sciatica is rough. This was rougher than rough. And I am very, very thankful for all the challenges in my life because they taught me a tolerance for pain. If I didn't have that tolerance for pain, I would be in a bad place right now. Like a horribly bad place. You get used to it. When I had sciatica, the second the doctor told me, walk it off, gave me that permission, I walked. And my neighbors, they heard every cuss word in every language that I know, because that was painful. I started out just hunched over a cane, and then I could walk with a cane, and then I was able to just walk alone. Life gives you challenges. Autistic, MS, PTSD, and all these other wonderful things that come with it, right? Now, what I do with those challenges, I could cave in. I could accept SSI, get on assisted living, and just live pretty comfortably for the rest of my life. Just live off the state. I'm fully capable of doing that. But I don't want to. I want more. I want to live up to my potential. I want to help other people and help other people reach their potential. There's a reason why communism works on paper but not in real life. It would absolutely work. In fact, communism is what the Star Trek universe is based on. Same thing with the Babylon 5 universe. Communism. You have a one world government that takes care of people even if they're poor. Okay? You had a universal healthcare system and all that good stuff. What makes communism not work is selfishness. Now, am I advocating for it? No. Not because it's a bad idea. I mean, it is because people. It's not because mechanics. But I'm not advocating for communism. Solely on the grounds that it has not historically worked. And the way any of you are going to react to, well, he just endorsed communism! Alright, the fact that you guys are going to do that, like there's some people that are going to do that, that's why I can never endorse anything like a composite communism or socialism. It would work. And if you go to any redneck neighborhood, they love communism. Why do I say that? Because more rednecks, more white people than any other group are on welfare. Add 2 + 2, honey. But yeah, 2020 has been a crazy year. And being autistic and PTSD and having MS and all of that, it shouldn't be something that slows you down. Ever. There are people in wheelchairs that are recognized throughout the world, that tour throughout the world and give speaking engagements. Their wheelchair is not stopping them. Marlee Matley, she's deaf, and she played some wonderful movie roles. And she was also on a roast where Gilbert Gottfried interpreted for her. It was stupid. Like, the reason it was funny is because it was just completely stupid. But yeah, enjoy every moment. Never know when your last is going to come. I just hope mine, my last comes in my sleep. Because I figure I've had enough pain throughout my life. No sense going through anymore. But, based on how my life has gone, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up happening. Like, just a horrible death. And you see, I could smile about that because, you know, it's fitting. I choose to be positive. No matter what hits me, no matter what faces me, I'm choosing to be positive. And it was very hard to get to this point. Because I had a lot of trauma. I had a ton of trauma. Like, you have no idea how much trauma I had. My family is the worst. A couple are nice. The rest are assholes. Same thing with friends and all of that. Like, I don't trust for good reason. I don't like to trust people. I've been screwed more than I've been told the truth to. So, take life for what it is. This is a little bit of insight onto me. My occupation, I work for the state, and I'm also a director for a nonprofit. And I'll give you my heart, right? I'll give you one more thing. That nonprofit that I'm a director of, I just bought a truck for it. And my senior director, the executive director, Warren Pendergast, he just bought a farm for it. Some people got heart. Some people don't. Make sure you're one of the ones that do.